you see the situation at hand. I mean, we all saw how it unfolded. What do you make of the Super Eagles situation in Libya?
I think it's quite unfortunate, but maybe not unexpected. So everything that's happening since yesterday and today, it's a culmination of what has happened since last week. So just to give you a little bit of a background, last week when the Libyan team came to Nigeria, according to the NFF, they didn't really give the NFF their travel details. So instead of flying to Uyo venue for the game, they flew to Port Harcourt. And that's like a 2-3 hour journey to Uyo. The NFF reportedly provided them buses and security. They didn't take the buses, but accepted the security. And then on the match proper on Friday, if you watch the game, you would have seen that they employed a lot of delay tactics. Now, towards the end, you would have argued that the game was supposed to have about 8 to 10 minutes extra time. Unfortunately for the Libyans, they were losing at the time because Nigeria scored in the 87th minute, and then the referee decided to add just 4 minutes. That got them furious. So what has happened since yesterday, it's more or less, you could say, revenge for Libya. And it's not unusual. It's something that usually happens in African football. Unfortunately, this time, I think they've taken it a little too far, keeping the team or telling the team to divert to another airport midway, just when they were descending, if you believe the reports from the NFF, keeping them for 12 hours. Some have argued that's like a hostage situation. It's not ideal. I've just seen posts from Nigeria's sports minister, Senator John, talking about the fact that he had reached out to CAF and that CAF are actually looking at ways to ensure that that game goes ahead tomorrow. But the players, led by the captain, have said, hey, we're tired, we're frustrated, we can't do this, and we're not playing the game. So as it is right now, we'll just have to wait for CAF, to make a decision. It's going to go two ways. It's either CAF would, hand 3 points and 3 goals to the home team, Libya, if Nigeria insists, like they've said, they're not playing the game, or the game will possibly be rescheduled for, say, Wednesday, maybe in another venue. However it is, we just have to wait for CAF right now.
Okay. We also see that the NFF has considered pulling the team out. What do you think will be the consequences of that?
So basically, that's, what I just explained now. The NFF are backing the players. It was the players themselves who said, led by their captain, William Trustekong, who said, we are not playing this game again. So ideally, they were supposed to have landed in Benghazi. They didn't. Where they are now is about 3 hours to Benghazi. And the players say, hey, we can't make this trip by road. Know that there's been fighting going on in Libya. So security is a bit iffy. So the players are saying, no, we're not making this trip by road. We've been delayed for 12 hours. You've not given us, all the facilities we need. In fact, the NFF have even said they've tried to reach out to hotels. All the hotels have said they were given instructions by the Libyan government, allegedly, that they shouldn't provide accommodation for the Super Eagles. So the players themselves, led by the captain, said, hey, we're not playing this game again. And the NFF has backed the team. Even the federal government, represented by the sports minister, has said they are not playing that game, that the safety of the players is paramount, first of all, before anything football. Now, that's the decision from the Nigerian angle. It is left for the governing body, CAF, to make a decision. CAF can either reschedule the game to Wednesday, if the complaint, if the NFF has submitted an official complaint, or if we fail to make the game, CAF can as well hand over the game, 3 points and 3 goals to Libya. As it is right now, we just have to wait for CAF.
Okay. We also understand that the Libyan Football Federation has released a statement downplaying the entire situation and saying that it can happen to anyone. Is this the case of being guilt-tripped, do you think?
It's just public relations. Of course, the Libyan Football Federation is not going to come out and admit all the shenanigans that has happened since yesterday afternoon. But like I said, it's not unusual. It happens in CAF competitions, in club competitions, in national team competitions. It's been a recurrent decimal for as long as I've watched football over 35 years ago on the African continent. I would argue that CAF really needs to put its foot on the ground, and try to curb this thing. Fortunately for us, Nigeria, we are not good at doing all of these things. We're very hospitable, We're very good at welcoming our visitors when it comes to football games, irrespective of some fans saying, hey, maybe we should treat some of these guys the way they've treated us. But for the North Africans, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, Egypt, for a number of North African countries, it's historic. Anybody who follows football will know that what has happened between yesterday and today is not new. It's not unusual. The only difference here is that it probably has gone a little too far. And of course, the Nigerian government has waded in.
Okay, we see that CAF is still yet to react to this situation. Are we expecting any response anytime soon? Because this kind of puts Nigeria in a dire situation.
Yes, so officially, CAF is yet to make a statement, but the sports minister did put out, a post on his Twitter handle just about 25 minutes ago or thereabout, talking about some of the events and what himself and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, have had to do in terms of remedying the situation. And one of the things the minister said, in his post is that for CAF, at least with the relations he has had with them, they are looking more to Nigeria playing that game Tuesday, that's tomorrow, 8 p.m. or thereabout. So at least for now, the preliminary information we have is that CAF wants the game to go. Because if we're being honest, if that game is not played tomorrow, Tuesday, or latest Wednesday, then it becomes a bit of a problem. Because the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers for next year, they're supposed to end in November. In about a month's time, the final 2 games of the qualifiers will be played. So the question will be, if it's not played tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday, at what date will those games now, will this Libya versus Nigeria now be played? So it's a bit of a conundrum. And I'm not surprised that CAF are still insisting, at least through conversations with Nigeria's sports minister, to ensure that the game goes on. But we have this conundrum now. The players are saying, hey, we've been treated badly, we're not playing this game. NFF has backed them. The Nigerian government, through the sports ministry, has backed them. So I don't know how CAF is going to resolve this, but we wait.
All right, thank you so much, Ufoma, for your contributions. And like you said, we wait to see how it turns out.
Thank you for having me.